Hi guys, today what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about big problems and small problems. And if you remember, we've talked about big problems before, and big problems are things that are usually unsafe, where somebody has gotten hurt or where there is potential for somebody to get hurt, okay? These are things when they're a big problem, when it's a safety rule that we need to get help with. Okay? If there is a big problem, I wonder how we would really feel. I think you're right. I think that we would have strong feelings if we had a big problem that we were dealing with. We would probably be scared or really upset or worried. Might even feel a little bit mad too. Okay, so there could be strong feelings if we have a big problem. And big problems, remember, we tell somebody right away. So let's talk about those small problems for a little bit, okay? Small problems are problems that you are smart enough to handle on your own. And you can see our poster behind us about Kelso's choices. This is what we're going to be learning the next couple of weeks. And small problems are problems that we're going to use all of these different choices with, okay? Things might happen that make us irritated, like if somebody calls us a silly name. That might kind of be irritating, but there are ways that we can solve it ourselves. We don't have to go get help right away. Let's see. And so if we're having small problems, we could also be a little bit upset, like if your brother or sister won't let you watch the TV, they won't let you have a turn, you might be a little upset. But is somebody going to get hurt? No. It'll be okay if you don't get to watch the TV program you don't want to watch, right? And you can use some of these choices that we've got going on here, okay? So what we're going to do first is I'm going to tell you something that could happen to somebody, okay? And you're going to tell me if you think it's a little choice, a small choice, or a small problem, or a big problem, okay? Here we go. Do you think it's a small or big problem if somebody is playing with matches? You're right, it's a big problem because that's a safety issue. It's not safe for little people to be playing with matches. Okay, here's another one. What if somebody keeps trying to make noises and being in your video when you're doing a Flipgrid? Big or small problem? It's a small one, you're right. That is something that we can handle on our own, and we're going to learn some ways to do that. What if somebody is throwing big rocks, maybe even at a car? Small or big? That's right, it's a big problem because something can get hurt. Okay, so the car could get hurt, or somebody could get hurt too. So we need to tell somebody right away. Okay, let me think. What if somebody was talking while you're trying to watch your favorite movie? Is that something that's a big problem or a small problem? It's probably going to be irritating, right? So that means it's a small problem. You're right. Good job, you guys. So I do have a little worksheet here. Well, there it is. And I will attach it so that you can kind of take a look. And if you want to and can print it out and cut the different pieces, you can do this and show your mom and dads about small problems versus big problems. Okay? But if you don't, you can just look at it and say, my friend goes in front of me in line, or someone at the grocery store goes in front of me in line. Is that a big problem I need to tell an adult about? Probably not. It's something I can do something about, like say, excuse me, we were in line here. Okay? So, for us kindergartners and first graders today, what we're going to work on is we are going to work on some of these steps. And this one is my favorite step of all. Telling somebody to stop. If we have a small problem, Like, let's say somebody bumps you. Turning to them and say, please stop, is a great way to solve the problem. Now, there are a couple things about saying please stop that you need to know. One of them is, if I do it like this, you tell me if you think that'll work. Please stop. Do you think that'll work? Nope, it won't work, will it? And if I just scream my head off at you and go, please stop it, is that going to help me keep friends? No. So what we need to do is we need to be assertive. We need to sit up or stand up, use our strong voice and our eyes, and we need to tell the person, please stop. You can even use your hand too, like Kelso does. Please stop. Hey, I want everybody to practice that with me right now, okay? Ready? Please stop. And make it mean business. None of this, please stop, because that won't work, okay? Now, sometimes people don't always listen, okay? So we've got to try another thing. We've got to try two things before we get help from an adult. And one of the other things that we can do is ignoring. And ignoring, you'll notice that he is not looking at the person, right? So I'm going to show you what it could look like. Let's say, we'll use one of our friends, okay? Let's say that Apple Pie is like, Mrs. Schleep, you are a big baby. And I'm like, I'm not. Is that ignoring him? No, it's not. So what I've got to do, so Apple Pie is going to say, you're a big baby. Now, the important part is that I can't look back at him, because if I look back at him, he's probably going to laugh, and guess what? He's probably going to keep doing it. So don't look back at him, okay? Ignoring sometimes is really hard to do, but you can do it. It does work. Okay, and here's another one that we're going to practice today. This one is kind of like ignoring, except for you're going to walk away. We're not going to stomp. We're just going to turn and walk away. I'll show you how it's done. Okay, Apple Pie, you ready? Let's pretend that Apple Pie bonks me, okay? So I'm just going to get up and I'm going to turn and walk away. I'm not going to say anything to Apple Pie if I'm just walking away, because if I turn around and go, that's not going to work. Not at all. That's going to make things worse. So stand up and I turn and walk away. Okay? You guys should probably have lots of opportunity to do that at home with your brothers and sisters. So this week, what I want you to do is I want you to practice all of these steps. I want you to practice telling people to stop. I want you to practice walking away nicely. Oh, wait a minute. Does this mean that if your mom tells you something, you should walk away from her? No. This is just a way to solve a problem. If there's kids out in the neighborhood who aren't treating you nice, walking away is an okay thing to do. Or you can ignore it. Okay? So try those this week, and I will see you guys again next week, okay? Bye.